Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next round of the playoffs here, casted by 4-3. I'm Jumpenny. You can catch me streaming sometimes at twitch.tv/Jumpenny. Here with my co-caster and co-host, Hawkshaw. How are you doing today, man?
I'm good. Very excited for this match. How about you, man?
I'm insanely excited. Beyond belief. My team was knocked out of the playoffs recently, if you've been keeping up, by WVU. They're an outstanding team to watch, and one that I'm very excited to be able to cast today. Same goes for Hellfire. Two explosive rosters that I'm very excited to see go head-to-head today.
Yeah, this is the only 4-3 team that WV Mountaineers have not faced yet, and I'm hella excited to watch this one. Let's see what these teams roll out with. If they're not lying to us, looks like two somewhat diverse comps. One looking to be more long range on the side of WVU, with a more short range comp on the side of Hellfire. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, these comps certainly counterplay each other pretty well. There's a lot of back and forth, even though these teams haven't seen each other's comps yet, but now they're going head-to-head. The Torbjorn turret is going to go down immediately to the Lucio. Now both teams are battling for possession of the point, and this is going to get really ugly really fast as Hellfire's dropping off the high ground and challenging WVU on the point. The Reinhardts are swinging at each other. Spam's coming through. Wincy doesn't have any of it. His Matrix is up. Now that Zarya is trying to get the high charge now. That's KO9. WVU loves to play this Ryan Zarya brawl. Even if it wasn't meta, they were going to play it. And that's been strong for them. You know, it's kind of like in Dragon Ball Z when the training weights come off. But hold up, Luzi's got a pick. That's Reaper catching the Brave Monk a little bit ahead. And this point slowly looks like it's going to Hellfire. KO9 does take down the Reinhardt. Both main tanks are down. This could really go either way. With the main tanks down, it's really hard to tell who has the space here. But as picks come back and forth, that turret is doing work for Amin-Rar. Hellfire's going to take this point, Hawkshaw.
Yeah, very back and forth to begin with. But eventually Hellfire, with their close range, just rushed up to WVU. Managed to edge them out in picks and take point control. We see Mac already having the shatter, Brave Monk being nearly 40% behind that. They go in quickly with the window coming out from 7-11. It looks like they're going to take this instantly. The shatter comes out from Mac, doesn't find anything. But he does find Vertile with a fire strike. Immortality Field comes out. And Brave Monk falls to Luzi, who has been getting picks left and right this game. Pyre coming out from Llama, who has two picks now, but Luzi comes out with two more of his own with his ult, but he falls to KO9.
Oh!
In from Gino Fran, and it looks to be staying on the side of WVU.
Yeah, another really sloppy fight that went WVU's way this time. They got the point early, so they're already adding percentage, and these teams are clashing quickly. And not even really giving me the time to talk about what's happening right now. Is this Mac on Reinhardt? Wait a minute. I didn't even notice, right? This is T-Mac, right? Like, this is Roadhog main Mac, right? Am I confused? I'm right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this guy's... The Brave Monk is a really good Ryan player. I've scrimmed him, I've played him, and the grab coming out from 209 is not going to be eaten by Winzy. That's big. That's something that you had to try to avoid with the Dragon coming through. The Amor isn't going to be able to save Amin-Rar, though. His turret going down beside him. Friends, even up till the end, as Luzi finds a pick on the point. He is skirting around the edges and peeking these corners right as WVU tries to push into the point. And every time it's huge, a lot of damage coming through from Luzi. You're seeing him in the kill feed, but we're not seeing the damage numbers that are surely huge for him. Now KO9 finding a pick. WVU could take this point back, but Mac does trade himself in. And now WVU is going to roll this point back, so maybe I should have watched my words. Early impressions fading away now as WVU has 70% on this point.
Yeah, Hellfire flipping the point did not last long. Winzy investing that bomb, didn't find anything, just led to him getting picked. It's going to be a hard final fight for Hellfire to win, as they have to go against two support ults and the Dragon Strike. Mac does have a shatter. We'll see what he can get with that, but it's not looking good as Isak gets picked early by Gino Fran. But Hellfire does take control. They're rushing onto WVU now. But Pete falls to Brave Monk. Window invested from 7-11, and Llama finds two on the Junkrat. And they take control again. This looks like WVU's map to win.
Despite a late effort from Matt coming to the point, he's all alone now. The tire's coming out, and so are the rest of the cleanup ultimates from WVU, who have clearly taken this first point. Now, that was a valiant effort from Hellfire, who early on really surprised me. Took a really early lead, but we saw WVU really going onto that high ground, actually letting Hellfire fall into the point and then walking in and just taking it back. They definitely felt like their brawl could take more space, so they really didn't mind letting Hellfire get the point if their brawl could just push through that Diva comp. And I think that was the big difference there for WVU.
Yeah, definitely that confidence coming out from WVU there. And now we're heading to Nepal Sanctum, where we have seen WVU Mountaineers play this dive before. Really, really dominant. We'll see how Hellfire can answer back, and we'll see if they can come back on this map. But, they look to be rolling out. Hellfire looks to be rolling out on the same thing. It didn't really work out for them, so I'm a bit iffy on it. But you never know.
Yeah, KO9 slamming in here early. The dive comp coming out from WVU, they do like to run it on this map, so it makes sense. The brawl is actually going to be kept by Hellfire here. I'm really curious to see how these two interact. This dive comp into the brawl on this point could really go either way. I gotta say, I think the dive has a slight advantage. They both have the Lucio, so the boot potential has to go to WVU, who's now down their main tank. Mac finding Brave Monk on there. He didn't have any way to back up, and his ball wasn't helping him out right then. And Mac using that new Rhine damage to really take this point for his team. Now, we saw this earlier. Can Hellfire manage to hold on to their momentum on the point here?
We'll see. I mean, in my opinion, I think it is, a bit easier to hold on Nepal Sanctum than it is on Village. Sometimes, rather. We do see WVU Mountaineers swapping to this Orisa Hog. Haven't seen this one in a while. With the Genji or Vertel on the Genji, has this blade built up, as well as Llama almost at the molten core. But Pete does have this sound barrier to answer it. Amenrar gets the headshot on the Brave Monk, and this looks to be Hellfire's fight to win here.
Torbjorn coming up big in the kill feed, but KO9 finds Luzi, hooking that Reaper in and getting him before he can click on him. But Hellfire is confidently holding on to this point. KO9 is going to get away with his life right now. Amenrar really showed up there. He's been showing up all day long early. But right now, Mac is honestly really impressing me. He's playing into this Orisa Hog very well. That's not something that's easy to do. This isn't a comp that's really easy to play into when you're Reinhardt. And Max is so far doing it really well. WVU is down the ultimates right now.
They swapped onto the Hog Ball now. They're just switching up their tank line so much. It's like they're playing Mr. Heroes. You see the Molten Core coming out on the Benrar. and the Death Blossom from Luzi, killing 2, but Llama finds him. Still looking to be Hellfire's point though. WVU haven't really had too much of a fight throughout this map. Brave Monk does get the hook on to Winzy, but he throws in the bomb, zones them out. Now it's up to WVU to just rush to this point.
Mac makes an aggressive play that gets caught bad, but now it's even as Brave Monk does go down. The blade is out, and so is almost every other ultimate from both teams. Right now, WVU has a slight edge, in my opinion, as they find Amenrar dead. Now 7-11 finds Pete. I feel like this whole match is just an ad with how often this guy's showing up in the kill feed, but Fertile makes sure to clean this one up, and at 99%, WVU is going to take it, and this could be dangerous with the boops and hooks available to WVU. This could be a dangerous point where tiny mistakes could really escalate and ramp up for Hellfire. So let's see if they can execute this cap well enough as they're coming in now. The Genji, that's Vertile, finds himself a bit ahead. Mac does get hooked again, but this time he's still on the map and on stable ground. He's still standing, pushes KO9 out to the right. He's going to have to go away, but those mines are going to be dangerous. Along with that Death Blossom, the AoE that they have for this point, WVU feels secure, so they can give it up a little bit right now as the mines come in hard right as Mac gets there. Now, oh wow, plenty of ults popping off in that room at the same time. Llama and Brave Monk, though, are going to be the ones showing up with the kills now. Like I said, those ultimates were cycled really well, and this is something I've seen WVU do time and time again. They will cycle you through your ultimates viciously to where if you make one mistake in your ult rotation, they just have a really strong advantage and a really strong core when it comes to their ultimate usage.
Definitely. WVU over 50% on this point now. The ult economy does look to be in favor of 4-1-3 Hellfire though. Mac almost having the shatter, losing with the death blossom too. They take the engage here. Winzy's off the map. I don't think he can get back up. No, he dies.
Oh.
Winzy finds the pick on the 7-11 with Isak killing Llama as well. Lucy's off the map too. Nope, he TPs back up.
No! He goes! And that blade's gonna be even bigger now with the fire and lava that is on the point right now from Aminrar. Shatter doesn't get much, but it's enough to distract Berkyle's blade. I said it, he distracted him. Now Aminrar, the boops are crazy. Everyone's going off the point. The Reaper gets back up. This time Llama will not succumb to the same mistake. Winzy looks like he's going off, but he comes back home with the Diva Bomb that doesn't hit anything. Unfortunately, now both teams at 99. Anything could happen. Pete doesn't quite get hooked off. He has his beat, and he's going to use it, punching this home for his team potentially. That beat could be huge. Now Bravemont clearing the point. Pete also finds a kill. Pete has been popping off in this kill feed lately as Winzy and Mac are coming through again. These are some big tank players. Again, Mac would usually be on the Roadhog here, and right now he's popping off on Reinhardt of all things. It's amazing to see. KO9 goes down, and this could be Hellfire's point. It is!
Wow.
Whoa! We got ourselves a match!
What an insane map. Hellfire, 99%. WVU almost brings it back, but Hellfire just managing to clutch it out. This is going to be a hell of a game. I'm going to tell you that right now, dude. I
can already see it heating up right now.
We do look to see the brawl, or a more brawly type comp from WVU, with the Sombra this time. Again, Hellfire sticking to the same thing again. It worked for them on Sanctum, but Nepal Shrine is a whole different map. We'll see if it changes, or if the story stays the same.
I think Winzy on that Diva as well might be a very intentional pick, knowing WVU likes to play the Zarya. Maybe you're trying to eat those grabs all day long as the Ryans are dueling. Mac finds himself down early, but the Baptiste Immortality does come through for Hellfire first, which puts them at the disadvantage, but both are down now. We're in an even fight. Slightly different comps here. Really unique how these comps play into each other. Both teams haven't always been similar, but right now they never have been similar as Bravemont gets his shatter but dies with it. The duality of Reinhardt gets an early shatter within the first few seconds of the match, or the fight rather, but he dies as he tries to use it. Too aggressive. That's Reinhardt for you. And now with that, Hellfire is going to take the point. They're looking really strong right now.
Very unfortunate for WVU. Hellfire beats them to the point. Brave Monk does build that shatter, but loses it in the end. Mac almost having his own with almost all 4 support ults on both sides here. We do see KO9 with this grab. I wouldn't be surprised to see if they pair it with the window in some way. We'll see. Hellfire taking the engage to them. The window coming out. Big shatter gets both tanks on the ground.
Wow.
Winzy finds both of them with the follow-up. Good follow-up from Winzy. The bomb kills Genofran. That's 3 picks for Winzy now. And a fourth! A fourth!
Wait a minute, Diva all over the kill feed. We haven't seen this in a long time. Is this Overwatch? Is this 2021 Overwatch? Winzy, he's looking crazy right now.
This is incredible.
Meta-defining Winzy is right now. And it's funny because you would expect this influential gameplay to maybe come from like grab eating, but that really hasn't even been the case. He's fragging out mostly. But obviously you have to assume he's mitigating a lot of damage right now that's really allowing his team to play with this space. Allowing Mac to maybe be a very aggressive Reinhardt. As the EMP comes through, so does the Torbjorn ultimate, but stuns are all over the place. Ultimates are coming through. Lucy has the Reaper Blossom with a pick. The beat comes through for WVU, but will it be enough as Aminrar is finding more and more picks? Hellfire is 90% to 0. This is crazy.
Aminrar lighting up that kill feed. KO9, the last hope for WVU with Brave Monk, but they don't touch!
Oh,
They don't touch!
Wow. Wow.
What a map. It looked so good for WVU. Taking taking Village pretty convincingly, but Hellfire comes back to take the next two. Nepal Shrine just looked so decisive for 4-3 Hellfire, and they go up 1-0 in this series.
And I don't want to hear what anyone has to say about whether or not the better or worse team wins the control maps. I don't buy into any of that. That's an impressive win there from Hellfire. I really came into this seeing them as the underdogs and going on to that control map that I know WVU has been scrimming. I didn't want to say that before the match, but now that it's already happened, that was pretty interesting to see Hellfire actually take that map. And, it seems like they had prepared for specific things from WVU. Maybe they did a little bit of homework and watched some of these matches, which is very exciting. That means these teams are on an advanced level of meta. You guys got to stay tuned to see where this is going to go. And we're going to go to a short 3-minute intermission. We'll be right back with you guys. Welcome, everybody. We are back going into the second map. It's going to be Kings Row, WVU versus 413 Hellfire. This has been an exciting match so far, and we're going to keep going. Right now, Hellfire, the underdogs, I would say, in my mind, going into this, are up 1 right now. Taking the first map, control from WVU. So now WVU is going on to Kings Row, a map where you think they have the advantage. They're a strong brawl team, Hellfire. Let's see if they can stand in the way of this unstoppable force on Kings Row.
I do think that when on Nepal, 4-3 Hellfire's brawl, they did lose the first map, but they had a sort of anime arc or movie arc where they slowly came back to overwhelm WVU, taking that map. So I think if history repeats itself, and if Hellfire's comp isn't lying to, or if Hellfire's comp is lying to me right now, then this could be Hellfire again.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what these teams are actually going to come out on. It did switch up a little bit at the last second. Hellfire sticking on to the same comp with different players. A different tank lineup, essentially. The same heroes, but different players now. As they clash hard with WVU. Oh, this is what I like to see. And despite being antied, Nubrek staying alive on the point. Lucy finds Brave Monk, who goes down. Hellfire's rolling strong onto this point. This is pretty intense. Very quickly, Hellfire was just able to absolutely overwhelm WVU and take the point quickly.
That was blistering fast, man.
This is stunning right now. WVU was maybe I would say they were my favorites to win it all, and right now they're being rolled.
Yeah, we'll see if they can end up sustaining from this. It will be hard though. Isak does have that window, but Vertal does have the Deadeye as well.
Yeah, the ultimates are on for both teams, but it's Hellfire that has the actual defensive ultimate. The window now coming through. That beat is building fast. Lucy finds Brave Monk again. Somewhat of a common occurrence we're seeing Lucy finding this opening pick on Brave Monk specifically over and over again as the kill feed is lighting up in Hellfire's favor. And they're going to take this strong 5 minutes. They're going for a world record push.
Yeah, the window being a great opening for Hellfire. Absolutely rolling over WV Mountaineers once again. We do see a good number of ults coming up on both sides here. WVU almost having 6 ultimates. Just needing to build that duplicate and the nano boost. Amenrar going in early with the Molten Core. Brave Monk with a Shatter.
Whoa!
Another Shatter. With the beat coming out from Pete. Lucy does find both DPS, and it's not looking good for WVU. They do get the nano on the Rhine. That's going to be good for WVU. The Shadow coming out and get 3 picks with it.
Brave Monk absolutely popping off, as well as Isak in the kill feed. Brave Monk's making a strong final stand. He's the only one alive on the point, but he's swinging. He has a dream, but he's not. He's still alive at 2 health. He's dead to Llama. This is insane. Army Llama finds Brave Monk, and it's a DPS support tank battle. It's crazy. You've got Diva and McCree versus Diva and an ulting Baptiste now. A melee kill goes through as the Diva's down, but Hellfire is holding on strong. They want this push, but WVU doesn't want it yet. The Deadeye gets canceled as Amun-Ra is popping off in the kill feed, and despite a valiant, and I mean valiant effort, that's with a capital V, by the way, from the Brave Monk. A brave effort, might I say. Haha. It wasn't enough, and Hellfire storms in, and they're on great pace right now.
Yeah, that looked really good for WV Mountaineers. The nanoed Reinhardt, 3 kills with the Earth Shatter as well. Not good enough apparently, which is very unfortunate for WVU. Big Shatter coming out from Enubrak. He does fall, but 2 picks with the bomb from Army Llama as again Hellfire just steamrolling WVU. And now it's desperation mode for Mountaineers as they can't touch, and 4 minutes and 24 seconds left on the clock for Kings Row 4-on-3 Hellfire. What a dominant push. Oh my god.
This I'm at a loss for words. I mean, this is intense. 424. WVU has to do something right now. That they're reeling, and again, they were my favorite stick, and all Hellfire is giving them a really good challenge right now. That being said, WVU is a very competent team, and I expect them to come back with something strong here. Hellfire, though, just time and time again, finding these early picks. It's Luzio and that Reaper mainly, who I think if they could find a way to shut him down, WVU might be in a slightly better position here. What do you think, Hawk?
I think you're right, and what is this?
Oh.
Is this for real? The Monkey Diva defense looking to be?
Wow. Oh,
still not falling.
And as I see 30 seconds go by, I'm reminded, by the way, of our $30 Blizzard Balance giveaway that we're going to be doing at 300 followers. Make sure you guys follow and come and watch the rest of these matches so that you can be around when we hit 300 followers and do that $30 Blizzard Balance giveaway, guys.
Absolutely. Get everyone you know and come along. This
True.
is a very exciting game, and it's been amazing so far.
These comps are insane. Both teams are actually running the Diva right now. One's running a Pharah Reaper, so 2 projectile DPS and a Diva being played into each one. This is pretty intense. I really don't know which way this is going to go, as Vertile is going to try to take this. This is a good place for Pharah. It's a nice tower on this first point. There's a lot of good corners here for Pharah to play, so we'll see how that goes. Both Divas are just eating as much damage as possible for the Reinhardt right now. Nubrak does get slapped into Mikao 9. It's the first to go down, loses mech, but Vertile from WVU does find a pick as Hellfire is trading back in favor right now, and they're already holding stronger than WVU did.
Yeah, the early pick came out from, who was it, Vertile? Onto Isak?
Yeah.
Wasn't enough, unfortunately. This Farm Mercy. I do think it could work out for WVU Mountaineers, seeing as 4-3 Hellfire doesn't have too much long range at their disposal to handle it, and he already has this barrage.
Oh,
but it is huge even now for between the two.
That's true. Both teams are even now. The Diva mech is down from Amun-Ra is going to clear that out. 7-11 finds the turret as the res is through. That's huge. Brave Monk is a big piece of this team. And with that main tank alive, they're going to be able to take some space on the point, and they at least have 2 ticks coming to them right now. Hellfire tries to have a regroup here. They go in and beat, and that's only 1 tick. They're going to try to get the second, but they go in a little early. A big anti comes through, but it's not going to find a follow-up as picks are coming through for both teams. The bomb hits big, but not before the Death Blossom finds too many. Brave Monk's alive, and he's clearing this point off for his team. Down goes Lucy, and that's Brave Monk finding a little bit of revenge for once. After dying over and over again to this Reaper in his face, he finally gets to clear this point out. and get a little bit of headway for WVU.
Yep, it did look a bit rough for 4-3 Hellfire there. Big shatter from Anubrak. Immortality Field comes out. The picks coming out from 4-3 Hellfire. And they're looking to hold this arch. That's definitely good if you're on the side of Hellfire. Being able to fight as a full 6 under this arch is very good. With the window as well from Isak online, it's going to be even better for this upcoming fight. We do see the bomb, though, online for KO9. We'll see what he can do with that. As WVU just looking to get a little bit of distance, trying not to take too much spam. The bomb from behind!
Whoa. Oh, Brave Monk, meanwhile, finds Nubrak. That's going to be the Reinhardt goal going in the way of WVU. As Vertile uses this map to find a pick. Luzi gets one, but Llama finds him back. Now WVU is getting a pretty good card push going. They're keeping it consistent now. They're rolling through these corridors here on King's Row. They can't be stopped right now. KO9's pushing through an Amun-Ra, using that Matrix to get it as Vertile is just taking the space. The problem right now is that Hellfire has to swap off to that McCree, because they really don't have anything that can deal with this Pharah other than the Torbjorn, where if you're playing Pharah well, the Torbjorn isn't that much of an issue.
Yeah, I do think this McCree swap could definitely be what Hellfire needs to answer against this Pharmercy. But we do see Hellfire looking to probably take a re-engage, but the massive shatter is going to stop them. And they roll through the streets phase. And Anubrak goes down. Brave Monk goes down as well, though, but the spawn advantage is there for them. And WVU, they have 4 minutes going into point 3. It is less time, though, than 4-3 Hellfire. As the bomb comes out from KO9, let's see what it can get. Doesn't find anything.
And if I'm WVU right now, I'll take this. I mean, you're obviously down on time already, but with a big shatter coming through from Nubrak, there's a big combo from Hellfire, and bam! That's going to turn this fight quickly into a loss for WVU, who, I gotta say, they're down on time, but I will take this if I'm WVU because, you know, they've been down, they lost control, and they got pretty hard rolled here in King's Row. Anything you can do to sort of start figuring out what you need to do to win from now on out is good. Even if you're down on time, if you can get this third point, maybe above 2 minutes, I'd say you're in a decent place to start turning things around from there. But Hellfire, in an outstandingly strong showing, is making some pretty good moves right now here. And now we have the Molten Core coming out from Amun-Ra. It's not going to get a whole lot, though. Mostly going to get eaten by a KO9 as Llama comes in with the beat. It gets blocked and inward. Now the beat from Pete comes through as Luzi is going to find Llama, who earlier was trying to kill the entire team with his Death Blossom. He now goes down to a Deadeye from Luzi, who's letting his team push up now as Army Llama. Whoa! He gets shattered, but Pete booms Brave Monk right off the map. That's happened to me way too many times with Reinhardt. You can't stand there. It's so unfortunate. But Pete uses the spacing to get Brave Monk off the map there.
Yeah, definitely an unfortunate occurrence for WVU Mountaineers. And we didn't mention this before, but Vertile did switch to the McCree, probably trying to take a duel with Luzi here. He does have that Deadeye as well as 2 other ults, one of them being used, switches the bomb, doesn't find anything, but Brave Monk gets the pin onto Anubrak.
Yeah, off the stun from Vertile as well. And now with Isak on that back high ground, that's going to be big for them, but not big enough as picks are coming through. KO9 is just being an absolutely suppressive force on this Diva, but Hellfire's been able to stop it pretty well. They're going to get the time bang, and that's under that 2-minute mark I said you'd like to be at if you're WVU, but now the big shatter coming through from Nubrak. Army Llama finds a pick, but ultimates are coming through. This fight could go either way right now. Luzi doesn't find anything. Brave Monk has a little bit left in that nano, and he's going hard with the Nubrak. Does find WVU's Ana, which is going to make it hard for them to sustain this point. With the spawns, they're going to be going in advantage of Hellfire right now, and shatter comes through from Brave Monk, and he's been hitting big shatters all day long. Now Llama does find a couple, but it's not going to be enough. Now Brave Monk going down on point. These ultimates are trading back, and WVU doesn't cap. That's really unfortunate.
The spawn advantage coming in clutch for 4-3 Hellfire. It was looking so close for WVU Mountaineers. They invest a lot of ults into it. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work out for them. And this ultimate economy definitely looking lopsided in favor of 4-3 Hellfire. They have the Diva Bomb, they have the B, they almost have the Deadeye. The closest thing that WVU has right now is 75 to that Nano Boost. As we see the bomb finds 2 again.
From
Lucy.
downtown!
And they just reset. They need to reset. You need to get a full 6 for this final fight or it's over.
And that's a 3-point basket from Army Llama if I've ever seen it. He let it hit that wall in just such a perfect way to drop into the enemy backline as they tried to push in. That was so clean.
Absolutely.
Now Ryan taking early charge here for his team.
Yep.
And now the high noon from Lucy comes through. Doesn't find a pick, but it opens up some space for Amun-Ra. Hawkshaw, this is an intense last fight. How do you see it breaking down?
The net. It's going to be looking good for WVU potentially with the Nano Boost going out. Brave Monk does take down Enderbrak with it. Isak killing Llama. That's definitely what you need with the spawn advantage being a big help for 4-3 Hellfire. But I don't know if it's going to be good enough. The Shatter coming out, killing Amun-Ra. Isak. He gets stunned out of the Shatter. Enderbrak gets stunned out of the Shatter. The grab coming out from KO9. And it's going to pieces for 4-3 Hellfire. But
these poor Reinhardts, they can't shatter without dying, and they get stunned every time. And now the Molten Core could be enough, but not through the Transcendence Hellfire. They're going to cap all 3. We're not done yet. Although going to overtime is huge because this means Hellfire, I believe, only has to capture the first tick. This is going to be a really hard hold for WVU.
Absolutely. I was just about to mention that. You have to hold the first tick on point A for 4 minutes and 24 seconds, only to get the draw.
Yeah, it's never easy.
And seeing as how 4-3 Hellfire did on their first attack, this might look to be a quick attack for 4-3 Hellfire, to say the least.
That's very true.
But you never know.
Yeah, WVU is going to have to do something here compositionally to catch Hellfire off guard from what they saw last time. It was a very quick push. So WVU is going to have to try to catch something here, and maybe if you could somehow pull out this miracle draw, you could have a lot more momentum going into the next map where you really need to win, I think. You're in a worse position there. I think you really need to start getting some momentum here. But if you can't, I think you can still pull this back for WVU.
Definitely. WVU, going into the next, with that next map category being Assault, we've seen WVU just be absolutely dominant on those maps just consistently. But we'll see if they are able to hold for this 4.5 minutes on King's Row.
Now this statue is going to help Hellfire try to take a little bit of that space early without going down, but Vertile's really going to be vertical now as he stays up in the air, just defending from the enemy team. But Ubrak finds an early pick, and the Reaper Duel is actually going the reverse way for Hellfire now as Reinhardt finds him early, and like we said, just a stunningly quick push for Hellfire, who's up 2-0 right now. This is very shocking. I can't believe what we're seeing right now. WVU, let's see what they come out with. Braymonk actually getting play of the game off one of his probably one of many stunning shatters here. We're going to see absolutely massive as always. Gets the Reinhardt first and then finds 2 more. Just continues to clean up the point. Very good play, but it wasn't enough. Hellfire with just a very, very effective and efficient push on King's Row, guys. Stick around because WVU is going to be pulling out all the stops to stay in the playoffs here. Stick around, guys. We're going to go to a short 3 intermission while the teams choose maps.
Like the attention, girl, I know you, but you're every... Sometimes I've been thinking I'm dreaming of what it could have been, 'cause that's memories, 'cause I still need you.
All right, we are about to go into Volskaya here, where WVU has to pull off something impressive if they want to come back in this game, where Hellfire is up 2-0. Just want to take a quick moment while we have acknowledged the $30 giveaway we're doing at 300 followers. Make sure to follow and come around and watch the streams to have a chance to win that $30 in Blizzard Balance. But I want to talk a little bit about 413 and OCS. 413, we're an organization where we make it easier for you to come and find or maybe bring your current team to sort of join up and have a structure around you, or to join up on a team and be recruited through a really nice structure and process that just really makes things easy and seamless for the players. Really nice community. Join the Discord. You can see all the links down below. Join our communities, and you can see when we're going live, see when we're having tryouts, and come to all the fun events we have in our community. Yeah, if you like Overwatch, if you like the community around it and having fun with others, 413 is a great place to come.
Absolutely. And going into this game, WVU Mountaineers, from what I know, has never dropped 2 maps before, let alone being down 2-0 completely. They'll need to pull off. They'll need to. My bad. They lost to
Hailstorm, I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have lost to Hailstorm in the past. 3-0.
Yeah.
So this could be a repeat of that. And we can see Hellfire maybe pulling out similar tricks here now on Volskaya. Now,
Yeah.
Luby coming in front-lining for his team a little bit here with Windsor giving him the Matrix, protecting him as he goes in front. Versatile can't click him down. He actually chases down Llama on the Tracer. That's Luzy chasing down a Tracer on Reaper, and they have the Mega Room, which is huge. Well, Versatile does still have his high ground that I don't think Hellfire is going to be able to take. That could make it hard, but now Reaper teleporting up. He's going to pressure it. If it kills him, he gets slapped, but Mac's going to protect him on the point, playing a passive Reinhardt here, which is great for him. He's protecting his teammates and just keeping them alive right now. He's looking for something to swing on if he has it. But right now, they just got to pressure this point. Eventually, WVU has to come touch, and they try to do it while Lindsay is clearing out this high ground. Luzy joins him, and he finds the picks, but WVU is coming back in a big way. Brave Monk goes up into the air and comes back down dead. Now, Amin-Rar finding a pick with his turret here, and that's Wincy again, who's been on this diva all night finding picks. Finds another cleanup pick, and now Hellfire with an amazing rush on Volskaya.
Yeah, it looks like WVU not being able to find a decisive answer for this rush comp that they are playing. This composition has been looking great for Hellfire. They steamroll first point on Volskaya, and they stick with the ball Reinhardt on the side of WVU. Pretty unorthodox. I think the ball was intended to stall for first point, as we do see somewhat of a fight breaking out in this Mega Pack room. And now Hellfire wrap around. Octave investing that beat coming, and now they rush in and just steamroll the Brave Monk. Even picks though, straining out picks. Llama though, looks like he was gonna die from the Earth Shatter and the charge, but he gets saved before he can fall. Winzy with the bomb.
He's using that bomb to try to get at least a tick here, but Brave Monk is touching right now. He doesn't want to let it happen. Hellfire managed to push things quickly, but WVU held on just enough to be able to contest this point and slow things down for a while. They're going to get some breathing room here, and they desperately needed that now, having the ult advantage going into the next fight.
Definitely. The topic of spawn advantage again, helping WVU stabilize. And now they have 3 ultimates, almost 4 actually, both tank ults, the Deadeye, and the Transcendence. With Hellfire only having the 2 DPS ults, you could use one of them to bait out that Transcendence. We'll see what they go in with. The minefield coming out from KO9, and he takes down Amin-Rar and his turret with it.
Okay, well, Sky
Hellfire still committing to this.
And a big shatter comes through with the shatter to follow up. Brave Monk finds a lot of picks here. That's all that he really needed. With KO9 finding the early stuff with those mines, Brave Monk cleans up the point right now. And I gotta say, WVU is doing everything they need to do right now in this second point to sort of stabilize things for themselves.
Definitely. They have looked to been finding answers for going against this composition that Hellfire continuously is rolling out with. They just keep rolling out with it. Still both DPS ults on the side of 4 and 3 Hellfire, as well as the window coming up as well. With WVU holding onto those ults as well. But as I say that, the Deadeye comes out, but Amun-Ra picks off Genofran. That might be what you need if you're Hellfire. He takes down Vertile and 7-Eleven too. Mac winning the Ryan battle against Brave Monk. It's just the ball to stall it out, and he falls.
Wow.
Great opening for 4 and 3 Hellfire. The Transcendence coming through.
Amun-Ra does go down here now, along with some of his fellow teammates, but as that does happen, Hellfire finds 3 picks back at him, and that's going to be huge now. Brave Monk does take down the turret, but it might not be enough as Hellfire has 2 ticks. They're going for the 3rd. Now WVU is going to have to try to hold this point, but it's not going to be easy as Mac finds the Ana. They have no sustain left. The big shatter comes through. Not going to be without a return stun from WVU, who are holding this point still. Octave's beat comes through big, but Hellfire is bragging out on this point. Isak finds yet another pick, adding another one to the list. Amun-Ra opened this up, but Isak is cleaning it. Now Hellfire can take this point still with 2 minutes left.
Absolutely. We see the bomb coming out from Winsy, killing off the Brave Monk, trying to stall on this D.Va. Amun-Ra kills Genofran. Winsy with the boosters kills 7-Eleven. Octave killing almost. Isak with another window on the high ground. Mac takes out KO9, and it's going to pieces for WVU Mountaineers. And they cap it with 1:48.
Yes. They do get it. Hellfire, yeah. Now, WVU did stall it down to 1:48, but at the end of the day, Hellfire did get what they needed to get that 2nd point. That's going to be huge.
Definitely. With Octave and Isak just providing so much support with Mac. For Mac, they were just acting like a ball of death on that point for so long. And they do, in the end, take both points with the 1:48. Now we'll see if they can hold and close out this series. What do you think these teams are going to roll out with?
I'm curious because we could see a dive from WVU here on attack, but the Divas have been present for both teams. Of course, WVU with their early showing is doing what we've seen them do, consistently staying on that brawl, and Winsy here is on the D.Va yet again. And Winsy on that D.Va has been a pretty scary thing all day. It's going to be hard to choose MVP, but I would say Winsy is definitely a strong candidate. What do you think, Hawk?
Definitely. This tank line for 4 and 3 Hellfire, they've been absolutely oppressive. Big contributing factor to these 2 map wins against WVU Mountaineers. We'll need to see. We'll see if the story says the same or if it changes for WVU Mountaineers attack here in Volskaya.
And Winsy, Octave, and Isak holding that high ground now. Isak is going to drop off, but the brawl comp, more purely said, is coming through for WVU right now. Winsy going to be trying to catch the spam from that Junkrat coming through a little bit now as Genofran does take out the turret. That's a big step to this push here. Brave Monk taking space for his team as he finds the battle with Mac now. The Zarya has some charge to fight with, but she's actually backing off and taking an angle here. KO9 taking this angle to spam into the room and now taking out the turret from Amun-Ra as Brave Monk is going to swing on it. Winsy comes out to contest KO9, who is actually dead now. Goes down pretty quickly as Llama finds Mac, though main tank is down for Hellfire, whereas WVU is good to go. Octave gets left and he's dead, but Brave Monk, in trying to pin him, dies. And it's actually Genofran that got Octave, so Brave Monk getting caught out there as now Hellfire is going to defend this point for a little bit longer at least.
WVU does get the tick though, and they almost have those support ults built up as well as the Earth Shatter. Both tanks did go down for 4 and 3 Hellfire, but they do look to be back now. Winsy's still demeched, but he almost has his suit back up, and there it is. Isak having that window as well as both DPS ults coming up. Again, they did take a tick, so you know, you're a bit satisfied with that as Brave Monk with his team rushing in. Max stopping them, blocks the Earth Shatter. He's trapped though, and he falls. Amun-Ra answering with a pick back, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. Both supportals coming out from WVU. They're really wanting to win this fight, but it's not looking to happen as Amun-Ra kills off the Brave Monk and 7-Eleven. but
No,
Versatile answers back with 2 picks of his own.
Gino Fran on the Zen early there, opened with a 3K that was later cleaned up by Vertile, and the rest of WVU now, with 2 minutes left, they're going to get time added on here. They might have a chance to go ahead in time, but the ultimates are looking pretty good for Hellfire to try to stall this out a little bit.
New defense point.
Definitely. It's a bit diverse with the tank ults from 1-3 Hellfire, but they do almost have that beat to sustain against WVU's ults. You know, with the Grav and the Tire, beat definitely can stop those. As we see the Tire coming out with the Grav from WVU, there's the beat. It does take out Lucy. Deadeye coming out from Vertile. Finds Mac.
Oh,
The bomb coming out from Winsy doesn't find anything, and he gets killed as he tries to remake, but a Memoir kills off the Brave Monk. That might be what 4-3 Hellfire needs, but he falls to KO9, gets lasered down.
Whoa.
Isak gets melted. Vertel finding the kill on Octave. Winsy does probably looking to stall this out with Winsy. He finds 2 picks with the Deadeye. Winsy stalling this out for his team, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. He has to come back and touch.
And WVU is trying to go ahead on time, but Hellfire isn't looking to make it easy. Brave Monk gets back just in time to take Winsy down. His ball is going to be crushed into the wall now. Isak finding a pick. Hellfire starting to trade things out just as they needed to. Gino Fran finds one on his way out. That's a big headshot on Lucy, but it's not going to be enough. Right now they have the time advantage. And this is actually kind of scary because now you switch off to dive here. Hellfire does. No, a little bit of a diva. No brawl. They're going full brawl. And now all their ultimates are reset, which, you know, they don't really have ultimates to begin with, so that's fine. But WVU has ultimates to play with here. They could get this point and a time bank if they play this efficiently. Oh, Matt getting an early snipe with the fire strike. That's what they needed, though. Now you're going to have WVU back off here. They're going to have to regain themselves, and that's going to give just that little bit of ult charge back and a little bit of breathing room. The time bank also going to go a bit more in favor of Hellfire. Now WVU is recouping, trying to get Vertile back. Who's the real hit scan? Is it Mac on Reinhardt or Vertile on the McCree? I can't tell.
Right.
No damage fall off on a fire strike last time I checked. Am I right?
Right.
And now with all the ultimates in the world, WVU is pushing in here. This is going to be a valiant effort from Hellfire to hold on to something here. Lucy finds an entry
again.
big. Vertile go. Yeah, same player. Vertile does go down again to Lucy's nice little headshot there as Winty's going to follow up with another pick of his own as the Brave Monk. Going to find himself dead to a bit of attrition after his team slowly bleeds out as they try to push in. And now every ultimate is online for WVU. Maybe that's what they wanted, a dry fight, but now you actually let Hellfire have ultimates to respond with. They could easily get a time bank here.
Yeah, this is definitely the fight that WV Mountaineers wants to win. They'll be going into this, you know, definitely with that time bank disadvantage, assuming they do end up capping this point. They have all 6 ultimates, though. This is definitely their fight to win. They want to take it before 4-3 Hellfire can build any more ults. And there's an early pick onto Lucy.
Everything's coming out from WVU. They need this. The high noon's coming through, but it's probably not going to be enough to beat from Octave. Can't save anybody now, as they're going to try to stall this out. They are going to get the time bank, but WVU is going to capture this point any moment now. And as Hellfire does take the time bank, Volskaya could go either way, but WVU has to start turning this around now. They're down 18 seconds. Can they win this map to keep the dream alive?
18 seconds could be the difference between winning this map and losing it if you're on either side.
I will be right back.
If you're on Hellfire, you don't want to be wasting this time bank. You want to use it wisely. We'll see what these 2 teams roll out with here.
All right, I'm back. Did I miss any amazing, intelligent takes from Hawkshaw?
Not really.
Okay. So now we keep going on to this point. WVU obviously slightly down in time bank, but it's enough of a difference they can certainly make up here. How are they going to look to do that? What's kind of the win condition with the current comp we can see from WVU?
I'm thinking if Vertile sticks to this Hanzo, it could be that Grab Dragon combo as well as the Nano onto either tank, really, if you're on the side of WVU. It's the same old for 4-3 Hellfire. who has definitely been oppressive on this composition. WVU, their second attack coming up here. They have 90 seconds to get as much progress as they can.
And now the comps are staying pretty similar. WVU staying on the brawl. We have the diva that Winzy has been playing well all night long. Staying into this match now, WVU looks to get an aggressive early push here. Can they find something here? Winzy's out of his mech already. Mac is anti. He's going aggressive. He's low. But Diamore keeps him alive. Almanor finds the pick, and now both teams are down their off tank. But Llama comes through with a big pick. Mac is dead. And now with no main tank, WVU wants to push in here. They're getting their resources, and now they're going. Here goes Brave Monk. Llama's fighting on the flank here. The turret almost takes him out of the air, and now he's getting shot down. Brave Monk's shield is low, but he's staying alive for just now as Anna has to use the grenade to keep him alive. They haven't pushed in yet due to the amazing amount of spam coming out from Hellfire, and they've actually recovered a little bit. Winzy is back now, but they're going in strong. Geno Fran on Zenyatta does manage to take down Amin-Rar. And that's going to be a big pick. The ultimates are online, so now WVU could take the point and then roll straight through with ultimates if they can hold on to them here. But Lucy finds a big pick, and now Hellfire is trading out. They held on a little bit too conservative with the ultimates, maybe. Now Hellfire is looking to turn this around. Both supportals are going to have to come out here from WVU as the Shatter gets Lucy, but Max Shatter is a little bit bigger, gets 2 targets. Brave Monk does find the cleanup he needed on that Shatter as Mac. Going to take down the supports and the off tank now for WVU. It's a big stand for Brave Monk. Can he make another one? A pick comes through, but he's down now. So is the rest of WVU as the tire tries to come through, gets destroyed. Versatile finds a pick on his way in, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think. Hellfire is going to hold this point. I think so. A last touch from Geno Fran. I don't think it's going to be enough.
That was very rough for Hellfire all around. And for WVU, considering they couldn't cap point A. You know, WVU, again, it's the story of getting those picks, but unfortunately just not being enough. Hellfire edging out the in that fight. And it's still technically winnable for WVU. They did get above 33% on that point. And 4-3 Hellfire will have a minute 48 to get that 46%. And I don't know. We'll see. WVU will have to come up with a hell of an answer here if they want to hold this. It's looking to be the same old again for 4-3 Hellfire.
Yeah, Winzy on that diva is a pretty influential pick here that we really haven't seen change other than even when he was out of the game. We saw Army Llama do a pretty effective job of filling in there. His bombs were pretty big. Winzy, though, has been on it now for a second map, and no matter who's on it, it's been pretty well enabled by all of Hellfire so far.
Definitely. I also want to talk about Mac on the Reinhardt being an absolutely oppressive main tank. Hell of a main tank battle against these two here, which I never expected, dude.
I know, Mac and Brave Monk. What an intense main tank duel. Mac maybe more recently picking up the Reinhardt, but he has been impressive all day long now. Coming into the sort of left side of this point here with his team. He's going down low, but he's going to stay in his immortality just enough to keep himself alive. The projectiles are going down, but with that falls the rest of Hellfire, who go down pretty convincingly. WVU, who are looking to take this map or at least draw it out now.
Yep. See, Lucy switch to that Tracer as well as Mac onto the Winston. Nope. Lucy back to the Hanzo. Onto the Genji, actually. Amenra on the Junkrat. Isak is 80% to that window already. But he switches off of it? Okay. 60 seconds left for 4-3 Hellfire to take this map. That could go really quickly if you don't use that time wisely enough. You reset your entire ult bank pretty much here. Brave Monk's almost Shatter. Yep. They
don't find Geno Fran yet. He is low, but he gets away behind his main tank. That's the Brave Monk. They go on to the Ana, but everyone's antied now. That's huge. Mac goes down, and Lucy isn't looking too hot either. Stays alive for now and actually goes in to find both supports on the enemy team. When he didn't think he could, he pulls it off. 2 picks for Hellfire. Brave Monk, his last stand. This could be the last stand we ever see him make if he doesn't pull it off. A big Shatter does find Winzy, but he dies. Yet again, Brave Monk dies in his Shatter. And in this pure circle of life, the same way it started. We saw that Shatter Death happen earlier, and Brave Monk goes down. Hellfire is going to take this and move on. In my eyes, they were the underdogs, but they just 3-0 WVU, an amazing match from two insanely competent teams. But it's going to be 4-1-3 Hellfire coming out on top. Hawkshaw, I want to go to you and hear what you're thinking for the MVP right now.
Definitely one of these tanks, I think, for 4-3 Hellfire. All of them just being insanely good factors for 4-3's win today. WVU moving down to that losers bracket. What do you think?
Yeah, you're right. These tanks played great, and they were certainly enabled by the rest of Hellfire, who played an amazing game today. But I gotta say, I don't know. It was hard to tell, right? Because who they swapped in, everyone really filled in the role well, which kind of just goes to show, this is a really competent team with a very with a lot of depth to their roster.
Absolutely.
And now we're gonna wait here to see. I think it's Winsy for me. I mean, I don't know though. Mac played so stunningly against Brave Monk, but at the end of the day, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Winsy. I think Winsy's our MVP.
Yep.
We're going to try to get him in here for this interview. Make sure you follow and stick around for the next match, or check out the next match, I should say, which should be on Saturday, I believe. Sunday. Yeah. So Sunday should be our next match, but make sure you follow and consider joining our Discord so you can be notified, and check out our other matches on YouTube as well, as we try to get Winsy here for this MVP interview.
Yep.
And we are almost ready. He's so close. And hello, Winsy. Welcome. Congratulations on taking down the behemoth that is WVU. An amazing team taken down by you guys. What was your key to victory today? Like what specific hero pick do you think was really decisive in this match today?
Oh, dude, I can't put it on one specific hero. Like everybody individually played out of their mind. We just came into it, did a lot of homework on WVU, not gonna lie. So we knew generally what their compositions were. Planned a strategy around it. Got to give a huge shout out to our whole support line though. Sack specifically popped off big time. Octave, Pete, everybody played extremely well. I wouldn't have been able to do the things that I did if I didn't have my support line and my DPS line behind me. So
one thing we noted throughout the stream was really the depth of Hellfire. You guys were able to swap players seamlessly for pretty similar results. Great success all around.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Hey, it's we pop off, dude.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what else to say,
sure.
man. I'm hype after the dub.
These playoffs just keep getting more and more exciting. I can't wait to see what you guys do here. And I believe we do have we are going to see WVU again in the losers bracket, hopefully. So we'll see how things go from here on out. Thank you guys for stopping by. It's been an exciting stream to follow up a very exciting match, and there's more excitement coming as we get closer and closer to the finals. Stick around and make sure you guys check out these other matches. Stay tuned as the OCS tournament continues here on 4-3.
Absolutely. And with that, it looks like we are going to be concluding this match between WVU Mountaineers versus 4-3 Hellfire. Hellfire moving on to the through the playoffs, with WVU dropping to the losers bracket. There's still a chance for them in these playoffs. Again, tune in, check it out, follow us on Twitch, join that giveaway, join 4-3 Esports if you're interested. And with all that being said, I am Hawkshaw, and this is my casting partner, Jumpenny.
Thank you guys for coming out. You guys can find me on twitch.tv/Jumpenny, by the way, streaming occasionally. Check me out if you want. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming out so much. It was a great game. A great cast and a great chat. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night.
Definitely. We'll see you soon.
We'll